Good morning, everybody. We go officially 2-1 yesterday on picks. Boston Bruins, and I believe it was the Kraken that got the wins for us. Who was it that missed? Let me take a look at the board real quick. I didn't have it off the top of my head, guys. Sorry. Let's see. We had... Oh, no. It was the Wild that won it for us. We took the Wild and we took the Bruins. We took the Flames. And Bruins and Wild came for us. The Flames, they dropped their game to Dallas. That's all right. We're not too... I was concerned about that game anyway, so can't complain. But now we move on to a new card. We have a 5-game card here on March 4th. To be honest, this is a pretty simple card for me. I just kind of know which way to go. So let's get right into it. The Toronto Maple Leafs and New Jersey Devils. Devils finally snap a little losing streak that they were in. Maple Leafs still on a losing streak. New Jersey Devils playing back-to-back, but they didn't have to travel, so that is a good thing. That's probably why this line is kind of short. But I can't believe I'm saying it, guys, but I'm going to try and catch that falling knife with the Maple Leafs. The Devils are not exactly the strongest team, but they did manage to beat, I believe it was Florida yesterday. It was. So they managed to just absolutely smack Florida, and it was pretty bad. It was a 5-1 win in favor of the Devils, but I'm not sure I'm 100% convinced. Maple Leafs, they're not much to look at either. I understand that, but I think the craziness of the NHL kind of gets us here, and I think the Maple Leafs are going to snap that losing streak at some point. Already lost 3-4 in a row. I'm not sure if they're going to keep losing it. I'll take the Maple Leafs right now at even money. That's we're not going to get paid too much, obviously. Because it is Toronto, the Toronto Maple Leafs. There's still going to be some tax on them, just like how they tax all those people in Canada. So they're going to tax us here. They're going to tax us, the bettors. So give me the Maple Leafs for even money, and that's going to be our first pick of the day. I'm going to try and catch the falling knife. So I'll give them 2 tries. If they lose this one, I'll play them one more time. After that, I think I'm for sure not going to bet the Maple Leafs. I've been trying not to, and it's been paying us off. I faded them strictly out of spite when they played the Ottawa Senators, and it worked out for us. So hopefully this game works in our favor this time. Give me the Toronto Maple Leafs. Next game up, Detroit finally gets back home. They finally get back home to Little Caesars Arena. Vegas playing back-to-back with travel. They just played Buffalo, ended up losing to Buffalo. Very close match. Meanwhile, Detroit, they won 2 out of the last 3 games that they had on the road. Now to come back home with some good momentum, that's going to be a tough one to beat. I'm going to have to go with Detroit. I like how they looked in Nashville. I managed to catch a little bit of that game, and Detroit's looking really good. So that's pretty obvious for me. I wanted to look at Vegas's way, guys. Trust me, I wanted some plus money. But back-to-back with travel, a loss against a Detroit team that has their momentum in full swing in their favor. I can't do it. I'm going to have to take Detroit. I like Detroit at this price. I'm pretty sure this is going to climb once we get closer to game time, so you might want to lock that in now. I'm pretty sure the public, everybody is going to notice that, hey, Vegas playing back-to-back, Detroit coming back home. So hit that Detroit money line, because I'm pretty sure this is going to be up to -150 by the time it's closer to game time. This one is actually my least favorite game on the board, guys. I didn't want to count it in the picks, but I'm going to, just because it is a small card. So I am going to give you guys a pick here, and yes, I'll put it on our official record. So we got Carolina heading over to Vancouver after losing to Seattle. That was on Monday, so both of these teams are on 1 day's rest, or they both got a full day of rest. Vancouver more, they didn't really have to travel, so more, at least Vancouver has the advantage, at least in that part. But Carolina is still top to bottom the better team. They should realistically blow out the Canucks, but that's what they said about Carolina beating the Kraken, and Carolina was a -175 favorite. Right now, they're almost a 3-1 favorite against the Canucks, which I guess it's valid. It's valid. The Canucks are that weak of a team, but even the puck line has, in my opinion, I don't like the value of the puck line at -115. I'm gonna look the other way. I'm gonna take the Canucks plus 1.5, minus 105. There's a good chance maybe the Canucks can can keep it close. Maybe that loss against the Kraken kind of affected the Hurricanes and they bounce back with a 1-goal win. At least that's the way I'm hoping it goes. That's the way I think it can possibly go. That's what I'm gonna roll with. Give me the Canucks for plus 1.5. I just don't like anything on the Carolina side. I want to skip this game entirely, but the card is just so short. I'll throw it in the record. It's okay. It's okay. I'll live with the result. I don't think I even needed to do a pick for this game. I think you guys can figure out pretty much where I stand. Anaheim Ducks, man, they're on a long homestand. They've won 3 in a row since coming back from the Olympic break. Just lost yesterday to the Avalanche 5-1. Very nasty loss, but it is what it is. I still think they can bounce back. The fact that they're not a plus money kind of tells me that I think they're going to be able to bounce back, or at least keep things close, not get completely destroyed again, because I still think there's this sentiment with the Anaheim Ducks that they're the same Ducks that they were last year and the season before that. That's just not the case. We all know that this Anaheim team is just 10 times better than what they have been in the last couple of seasons. Meanwhile, on the Islanders side, I believe they're coming off of a loss, if I'm not mistaken. But I want to double check that. No, they're actually coming off a very solid win against the Panthers. And, well, they're riding a hot streak right now. That's something I didn't know, actually. I haven't been paying attention to the Islanders too much. So I'm surprised that they're coming off of a hot streak. Looks like this is going to be a pretty close match. Take your choice. If you want to ride with the Islanders, I don't blame you, because they are in a three-game winning streak. Can they make it 4? I'm not so sure. Now they got to go on a West Coast. Now they got to go on a little bit of a West Coast road trip. So not sure, but I'm going to roll with the Anaheim Ducks on this one. I think the Ducks snapped the Islanders' losing streak, if I'm being honest. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Give me the Ducks, minus 105. I'm pretty sure this is all going to be a pick 'em. Come closer to game time, I think minus 110 on both sides. For our final game for March 4th, I don't like how big the line swung, guys. Seattle was just a big favorite, or a big underdog, and now they're a big favorite. I don't know how I feel about that one, but I'm going to have to roll with the Kraken. St. Louis, just not a good road team. They have a few good road wins. I mean, and just recently with what they did to the Wild not a couple days ago. So, it just goes to show how random the NHL can be. But for the most part, St. Louis has not had a good road record. They have been much worse on the road than they have been at home. I like St. Louis at home, kind of like the Columbus Blue Jackets. But on the road, it's a completely different story. I'm going to have to roll with the Kraken, even though I got to be honest, I'm not 100% on it. I'm afraid of those St. Louis upsets that they can usually pull off. I wasn't on the Wild when they did win against them on Sunday, but it's always in the back of my head that an upset underdog win can absolutely just kill your day. So I'll take the Kraken on this one, even though I'm not completely confident in it, but at least Seattle didn't have to travel, and last game they had, it was a win, and it was in Seattle. So I'll take Seattle to finish off our card. It is a 5-game card. Let's see how it goes. Let me know what picks you guys like, all right? I'm getting out of here. Have a good morning, guys. Have a good rest of your day. Let's make some money.